What's going on, guys? This is Aaron with Departures Capital. We're here with Jason Mitchell, co-founder and CEO of HempFusion. How are you doing today, Jason?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Excited to have you back. Doing great. So HempFusion has been up to many things since we last spoke. I know we still got a bunch of videos coming with you guys. Can you give our viewers an update on the company and all the stuff you guys have been up to?
Absolutely. So, as it was listed in our CEO update that just went out publicly, we have a lot of different initiatives as it relates to our 5-channel strategy. Probably the most important of these is our expansion to our digital footprint, our online presence, as it relates to the efforts that are being made to expand that reality, more specifically to gain more eyeballs, more understanding, and more conversion for online purchases, so that we can grab a hold of these customers that are making purchases different ways, especially coming off the heels of 2020 and all the challenges that year brought. But also the expansion into international territories, both bricks and mortar international, as well as online platforms like Tmall in Asian countries like China. And so we're just really excited about the different steps that we've made. And we've actually executed these and they're already bearing fruit. So couldn't be more optimistic and happy about where Q1 has left us and on to Q2 and understanding how to expand even further.
Yeah, it's very exciting. You guys have been up to a lot. So now I want to talk a little bit about some recent news that was pretty exciting for you guys. So HempFusion recently announced that they will be entering the Chinese market. As we know, it's a massive market. I've lived in China for many years. So this is very exciting, first off, and I want to say congratulations. Can you tell our viewers more about this news? And is this a first for CBD in China?
Okay, so there's two pieces to this puzzle. First of all, we're not just a CBD company. HempFusion Wellness Inc. has HempFusion, which is our branded product line, which has got hemp or CBD infused products that are all sorts of different products, everything from topicals, ingestibles, and so on. And then we also have a wholly owned subsidiary called Probiotics, which is a non-CBD company. It is our probiotic company. And according to Spin syndicated data, one of the fastest growing, or is the fastest growing brand in the top 15, according to Spins. So what we first did was we launched Probulin into China. In fact, we went live on March 29th on Alibaba's Tmall. And we've already started generating sales, even though we've not spent $1 of marketing as of yet. In fact, the marketing dollars are about to start coming forward now. Because you do actually go live, you do the bug fixes and things of that nature to make sure everything's perfect. But the beautiful thing is we've already represented sales. And if you've ever launched on such a vast platform, you'll know it's like a needle in a haystack. So the fact that we're already resonating with consumers without any marketing whatsoever is so incredibly promising. Now, we were officially, as a company, one of the first few companies in writing approved by Alibaba's Tmall for products that contain CBD. Now, we are incredibly excited about penetrating the Asian market through Tmall and that online platform. And when you look at the data, especially in the US, and I'm sure that globally, this is a very similar data point, given the regulatory, I could say, boundaries that are set by so many different countries, that online purchases of products that contain CBD, it's more than half of the purchases that occur are happening online. It's very much the reason why our single largest investment is expanding our digital footprint.
Yeah, I think that's a great area of focus. So HempFusion's over-the-counter topical products have been ranked #1 in both sales dollars and units sold at a major food and drug mass retailer, according to a recent Nielsen IQ share report. What does this mean for the company, and can we expect to see more announcements like this in the future?
Absolutely. So when it comes to looking at FDM retailers, food, drug, and mass grocery retailers, these are the largest retailers in the United States for sure. And one of the things that's very important is that it's not just gaining shelf placement. It's actually gaining lift off the shelves into the consumer's hands. And what that requires is the right price, the right messaging, and the right programming as it relates to promotion and so forth. But you've got to have the right products with the right messaging at the right price. And so what we did is, through a test in 79 stores through this 5th largest FDM grocery retailer in the United States, we tested so high that we were eligible to expand into an 800 store expansion for them in late November, early December. And as a result of that expansion, the first promotional period where we were able to be on the shelf with one of the 14 or so brands with roughly about 45 different products against our peers, we ended up testing out in that first promotional period as being the #1 in dollars and also the #1 in units if you exclude a $2 lip balm that was on a buy one, get one free. The reason why I say this is so important is that in this data, it showed that we actually occupied about just over 50% of the market share of that promotional period. And so it was really, really quite special. And that just solidified that our plan to enter into the food, drug, and mass grocery retailers is correct, that we do have the right price, that we do have the right messaging and the right products that consumers are looking for. So by that test is how we are going to move forward in other very large FDM retailers that we're in current conversations with. So.
Very exciting. So apart from expansion into China, can you give us any more information on your international expansion plans?
Absolutely. So recently at the beginning of this year, we had a public announcement in and around our expansion into Ireland. And we have an exclusive distribution relationship in Ireland with products that are all EU compliant labeling, which is very, very important. You have to follow the regulatory parameters that are set by not only domestic here in the US, but by international, because that's your ticket, your gold ticket, if you will, into the marketplace, knowing that you're not going to come up against hurdles that would otherwise be challenging. So with full acknowledgement of the Food Safety Authority of Ireland, we were able to expand, and with our Probulan brand and with our HempFusion brand, we're already on the shelf in both Ireland and in the UK. And so we are incredibly excited about that expansion. Now, in addition to that, we also are one of the companies that one of the select companies that officially submitted our novel food application. And that was set as a requirement by the Food Standards Agency in the UK that it had to be done and validated before March 31st. The beautiful news is that we submitted well in front of the deadline, but we also submitted what is considered a full and complete dossier. Now, what that means is that means all the toxicology data. So it would mean that the Food Standards Agency is going to view our application as one that is of a high quality and will gain more importance to them. A lot are just basically putting a placeholder in with no data, hoping that data will come sometime down the road. And I don't know that they're going to find that very credible. And so through this process, we are entering correctly. We are properly doing all the things necessary so that we can expand responsibly and build a rather solid global marketplace for ourselves.
Awesome. So what is the one thing you're most excited about for HempFusion this year that our viewers should be watching out for?
It's the momentum that we're catching, both digital and bricks and mortar. I feel like, it's been such a difficult road to this point due to the regulatory headwinds, due to COVID and all these other challenges that couldn't possibly be more arduous. The fact that we entered 2021 with such positive outlook and such positive focus, I couldn't be more excited about what 2021 is going to represent. I know that I can't give future guidance and things of that nature, but I'm very encouraged entering Q2 with just so many good things. So I can't wait for more of these press releases to come out and different things that we share publicly. So I couldn't be more excited about where we're heading.
That's great to hear. Well, we definitely have more interviews with you guys, or we'll be having more. So where can our viewers find out more information about HempFusion, or where should they go?
Absolutely. So they can reach out to ir@hempfusion.com, and that's IR as in investor relations, and you'll reach our investor relations team, where you can go directly to hempfusion.com or probulan.com, and you can notice that there is an investor page down at the bottom. But ir@hempfusion.com is the best email, and you'll get a hold of Spencer McLean, and he's just the person that heads up the IR team and is responsible for a lot of that communication. So glad to be sharing as much as we can. Our CEO update that went out publicly gave a lot of really good insight as it relates to the successes we're having online, going from 6% of our business typically online is what we had experienced to, in March, we were approaching 24% of our business online, nearly quadruple what we had done before. Very, very exciting to see the steps that we're making.
Yeah, and I'm excited to cover it, Jason. So thank you for coming on, and I look forward to our future interviews.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You as well.
All right, guys, that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to say, if you do support me, the channel, and all these videos, then kindly smash that like button along with hitting the subscribe button and the bell for notifications for future videos. I did also want to say, check the disclaimer down below. This video was sponsored by the company that we are talking about today. So check the disclaimer, full disclosure, and we're out of here. Always remember, guys, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you make your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.